So been a lot of mixed feelings, okay, about the whole passport bros movement. And a lot of it has been centered around a lot of American men. And I think they've been placing a lot of emphasis on like Black American men because a lot of Black American women are mad.
What I'm saying and what science and psychology say is that men who refuse to sit to pee because it's perceived to be feminine are misogynists.
What? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. I got one for you today. Before I get into it, I ask that you please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to click the notification bell to ensure that you get my videos as soon as I release them. I'm not going to hold you up. Let's hop right into it.
So many of these comments are giving "there's a war on Christmas" vibes. No one is saying that it's bad when men stand to pee. What I'm saying and what science and psychology say is that men who refuse to sit to pee because it's perceived to be feminine are misogynists. It's fine if you stand to pee, if you can aim or clean up after yourself.
You better do what she says. I'll say she's crazy.
But that's not what's being argued here. And all anyone has to see is scroll up through this comment thread and see how many men are talking about how men who sit to pee are having their masculinity stripped from them, which proves my point.
You better do what she says. I'll say she's crazy.
Now guys, in the back of her there, was that a chalkboard? Looks like it's a chalkboard. I think it was. Now, that's the thing, right? This is being taught to the children, all these different things. I don't even want to get into it, right? But it's really horrible in the West. They're teaching it to young boys, right? And they're raising young boys to hate themselves, pretty much. I looked at a chart the other day, guys, and it showed when men are under the age of 18, it's like a 2% chance for them to feel confident about themselves. And then when a woman is within that range, it's like 14%. Then when it goes higher, when men hit their 20s, they start to feel almost as confident as women. Then by the time it hits my age, the confidence just shoots through the roof. This is what's happening, right? This wasn't even a topic 15 years ago, right? They were just starting to put these things in schools and just starting to come around to the idea of doing it. But when I was younger, these things weren't even a topic. But anyway, guys, let me hop right into this next one, because this lady here kind of addresses it somewhat, and also she talks about some other things. Let's hop right into it.
I just want to take this time to formally apologize to all of the good men out there who are feeling victimized by toxic. Yesterday I came across a video in my For You page, and I decided not to stitch the video because I don't even want to give this person any attention. I feel like there's a certain line where you call people out for their behavior, but then also sometimes people want attention and they want you to stitch their videos. So I'm like, no, we're not stitching you. You're not getting the extra attention. No. So in this video, this woman says that according to science and psychology, if a man stands up to pee, he is a misogynist. What? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. These days, if a man opens the door for a woman, they're like, oh my God, that's toxic masculinity. You're automatically assuming that me as a woman, that I am weak. That's why you open the door for me. What? No, maybe he opened the door, not because he doesn't think that you're capable of opening a door or that you're weak, but because he actually has nice manners. Can we encourage good manners? Because I'm here for that. As a mother of 4 children and one son, I'm going to teach him that it is nice manners to hold the door open for someone, whether they're a man or a woman. It's just decent manners. So now, men can't even stand up to pee because if they do, If they do, they're called a misogynist? I mean, I don't even know where she's getting this stupid information from. And I am here for empowered women. I'm all about that. And for, really, really embodying and liberating the divine feminine. But in order to do that, we also have to really be honoring our men as well, and honoring all aspects of men and not just automatically cancelling them for ridiculous things. Now, there are some terrible men out there who deserve to be called out, but things are just going overboard in terms of that person's a narcissist. They didn't want to be with me, so they're a narcissist. Or that person, like just this overuse of labels. Like, I'm just not here for it. So men, I'm sorry. Women, can we please stand up for our men, because this is just getting out of hand.
That's how bad it is, guys. You have women that are saying, men, I'm sorry. And rightfully so, right? Now, guys have been going through it, and then women will say, oh, why don't you, like I did a video yesterday. A woman at the end said, I put it in there. Why? That's men are not embracing their masculine role is because you can't, right? You can't. Embracing your masculine role many years ago was go conquer towns. And you guys don't know what I say. You know what they did when they conquered towns, People were made slaves and women were made slaves, and you know how it goes, right? The men that didn't have women but didn't have women. That was back then. Now it's not there anymore. Especially in the West. Right now, the West is the most cushiony place for women, right? It is. Now, that stuff happens everywhere, but it's not as bad as the West.
That women would really be equal.
So what happens is guys curl up into a ball. That's where you have that same chart that I seen, right? Where a guy who's young is being taught all this stuff is toxic masculinity in school, right?
That's why girls are way better than boys.
Oh, really? If you don't think you should be standing up to pee, that's toxic masculinity. That's not right. That's too much for a little boy to process. A little boy just wants to be a little boy. He just wants to go play. He just wants to go grab a bat and smack things outside with the bat, right? That's just what little boys do. Little boy wants to go out and get in trouble. Little boy doesn't want all of these rules in schools. That's why a lot of times little boys grow up and they consider the menace of society and they accept that role. Those are little boys that lash out. But some of those boys end up being CEOs, right? Because a lot of times it takes a rebel to be CEO. But anyway, guys, this is why the West is tainted. And this is why men are checking out, right? Because then you see other videos, women saying, I understand why men are checking out.
I want something feminine and delicate.
Hey guys, can we talk for a minute? So I know it's been a while since I've been on here. Just a lot of things have been going on. The holidays have been, hitting us. Not that I'm a big celebrator of these holidays. I really don't. But anyways, but I just wanted to put it out there. So what are y'all's opinion on this Passport Bros movement? So there's been a lot of mixed feelings, okay, about the whole Passport Bros movement. And a lot of it has been centered around a lot of American men. And I think they've been placing a lot of emphasis on like Black American men, because a lot of Black American women are mad.
I am a single woman.
About this whole the Passport Bros movement, that they're getting their passports and they are going to a lot of preferably third world countries.
I never went to Thailand.
And moved to the Philippines.
And they are seeking women from other countries because they're tired of the women out here in the States. They're tired of dealing with the BS.
I want something feminine and delicate.
But what I'm also starting to see now is it's not just a Black man thing. It's not just a, Black men in America type deal. I think the Passport Bros is just on all races, on all spectrums of the races with all the different men.
Passport Bros are from all races and cultures. I'm 61 and found a beautiful widowed Filipina, age 53.
In America. And it's also with white guys as well. they're talking about they wanting to get their passports, and they are trying to find women from other countries because they're tired of the bull. I live in this country. I've been here for 18 years now, okay? And I get where these men are coming from.
You see, and that's the thing. Women, it's gotten away from how it was back then, and I don't expect it to ever go back, right? That's why 7 years ago, I said, I'm checking out to the Philippines because I was looking, and I wanted a woman in the States, right? But what I got from her, I just wasn't finding. I wasn't finding anywhere, right? My wife is like I vetted her, and she was everything, right? Everything I've done in my past, we related well. Everything I've done in my past, she kind of done. And, we spoke online. We actually started a business together online. It was wild, the things that was happening. And when I tell guys, it's like, man, you did that? I don't know what's going on with women blaming guys and being misandrous towards men, claiming that men are misogynists. But one thing I do know, there's definitely more to life than that. See you next video.